Thai Buddhists nationwide gave alms to monks to mark Songkran or the Thai traditional New Year. In Bangkok, Port General Asawin Kwanwang, Bangkok Deputy Governor, led a large number of people to give alms to 187 Buddhist monks in front of the City Hall. The people also bathed, revered Buddha seating image. Officials brought the Buddha image from the Puthai Sawan throne hall inside the compound of the nearby National Museum. Participants also attended a ceremony to extend traditional New Year greetings to the elderly who gave their New Year wishes back to well-wishers. Such activities also happen in Nakhon Sawan and Ayutthaya provinces. Their respective provincial governors presided over the events. In Ayutthaya, 999 Buddhist monks were present at the activity and senior monks also preached. In Hat Yai district in Songkhla province, there are the processions of Buddha images and Songkran beauty pageant contestants. Tourists can traditionally bathe Buddha images on local streets. In Krabi, Provincial Governor Prasit Osathanot led over 1,000 local people and tourists to give alms to 209 local monks and novices. People enjoy water revelry throughout Thailand on the occasion of Songkran, the traditional New Year festival. At Suvarnabhumi Airport, public transport and taxi operators welcome arriving air passengers with garlands and drinking water on the occasion of the traditional Thai New Year at the arrival lounge of the first floor of the airport terminal. In Ayutthaya, Pramod Sapyen, the provincial director of the Tourism Authority of Thailand, launched Songkran celebrations in front of his office on Sri Sanpet Road near the Ayutthaya Historical Park. 9 pet elephants are there to spread water at passers-by to promote the Songkran festival of the province. In Nakhon Phanom, Provincial Governor Adisak had led local officials, Thai and Lao people, as well as Thai citizens with a Vietnamese origin to offer glutinous rice to 88 Buddhist monks and release fish into the Mekong River. Local authorities encouraged people to wear traditional Thai clothes and give glutinous rice to monks to preserve traditions and promote local identities and tourism. In Hat Yai district of Songkhla province, Malaysian and Singaporean tourists are enjoying water-based revelry. Some of them hire local taxis and buses to enjoy the festival throughout urban areas of Hat Yai. The Hat Yai Midnight Songkran Festival will be concluded there at midnight. In Phuket province, people started their lively water fights late morning. Municipal authorities deploy water trucks to supply water to revelers and also organize a ceremony for locals to traditionally extend their best wishes to the elderly on the occasion of the Songkran Festival. A Buddha image is also placed outdoors for people to traditionally bathe and pray for their good luck. Local hoteliers said their rooms are fully occupied. In Surat Thani municipality of Surat Thani province, there are the processions of floats and Buddha images for the bathing tradition on municipal roads. Threading Dreams, that's the name of an embroidery festival that began in Hoi An on April 10th. Vietnam's long-standing hand embroidery chain XQ Company unveiled the 2-day festival as an occasion to honor artisans and further promote the traditional art of embroidery. This is the first time a festival of its kind has taken place in Hoi An City. The event gathered hundreds of locals and tourists alike with its colorful display of traditional tunics. One of the most important parts of the festival is a ceremony to honor embroidery artisans. With 25 years of experience, Tran Thi Hoa is one of those honored this time. Her embroidered impressions have won her recognition as XQ's Golden Hands 7 years in a row. For her embroidery symbolizes embracing family heritage and the memories of a mother. And that very same needlework, like a torch, is continuing to be passed on to later generations through groups such as Quang Nam Club of Embroiderers Children. Here, kids have interactive sessions with the embroidery works and learn how to draw. The artisans hope that in the future, their children will have a newfound respect for the predecessors' heritage, carrying on the trade for many generations to come. The Brunei Darussalam Sports Gallery is meant as a mark of respect for and recognition of sports figures and athletes who have done the nation proud in regional and international sports. It also aims to act as a catalyst in efforts to multiply involvement and raise commitment levels of athletes and sports enthusiasts as they endeavor to further raise the bar in national sports. His Royal Highness Prince Haji Al Muthadi Billah, the Crown Prince and Senior Minister at the Prime Minister's office, officially opened the sports gallery at the Asean Perspective National Stadium in Baracas. The gallery consists of 5 zones and showcases the history of the development of sports in Brunei Darussalam. Zone A describes the sporting activities and events that Brunei Darussalam engage in from the 1950s to the 80s. Zone B focuses on the participation of members of the royal family in sports, including His Royal Highness's active involvement in football, badminton, cue sport and boat racing. Zone C exhibits the participation of national athletes in the Southeast Asia or SEA Games, as well as the nation's successful hosting of the 1999 SEA Games. The involvement of the Brunei Darussalam National Olympic Council in international sports championships and the country's victorious run in the Asean Perspective Trophy or ASEAN for Youths Football Championship 2012 or HBT 2012 are highlighted in Zone D. The nation's recorded milestones in the Malaysia Cup, S-League, in regional sporting events, as well as para-events that involve athletes with special needs are housed in Zone E. The Hall of Fame bears the names of national athletes who won gold in the SEA Games and the ASEAN Para Games. Other features at the gallery include an exhibition area for a number of national sports associations, particularly for core sports, and an interactive corner. In line with the proclamation of preeminent figures in customs and traditions throughout the ages, in conjunction with Adat Istiadat Day 2014, a special exhibition has been organized to disseminate information and enhance understanding among the young generation on the originality of the Brunei Darussalam Adat Istiadat or royal customs and traditions and their role in the continuity of the life practice of a nation and community. His Majesty Sultan Haji Hasan Al Bolkiah Muizzuddin Wadaula, the Sultan and Young Diputuan of Brunei Darussalam, and Her Majesty Raja Isteri Pangeran Anak Haja Saleha, as well as other members of the royal family, have consented to view the special exhibition on Almarhum Sultan Haji Omar Ali Saifuddin Saadul Khairi Wadin, preeminent figure in Adat Istiadat throughout the ages, organized by the Office of His Majesty the Sultan and Young Diputuan of Brunei Darussalam. The exhibition showcases the good deeds and contributions of Almarhum towards the sovereignty, development, progress, peace and security of the nation, including the Bruneian traditions and customs. Almarhum understood the truth that Adat Istiadat is an inheritance that reflects the excellent Bruneian race. Adat, or customs, to Almarhum depicts courtesy, while Istiadat not only contains custom but is also equipped with other aspects including decorative accessories, titles and etiquette when attending a ceremonial function of Adat Istiadat. In this regard, Almarhum in his Tita suggested that the royal Adat Istiadat be refined and improved from time to time to suit the time and era without changing its originality. This is in the interest of the people in Brunei so that it would be appreciated by all levels of the community in and outside the country. Among the exhibits at the Royal Regalia is the crown worn by Almarhum Sultan Haji Omar Ali Saifuddin Saadul Khairi Wadin on the 11th of May 1951 when Almarhum was installed as the 28th Sultan and Young Diputuan of Brunei Darussalam. The crown was also worn by His Majesty Sultan Haji Hasan Al Bolkiah Muizzuddin Wadaula, Sultan and Young Diputuan of Brunei Darussalam on His Majesty's wedding with Her Majesty Raja Isteri Pangeran Anak Haja Saleha on the 29th of July 1965. Also on display at the exhibition is the Patarana, the dice, where the Sultan is seated at the lapau. Patarana was used during the Istiadat of Berpuasa, or coronation of Almarhum Sultan Haji Omar Ali Saifuddin Saadul Khairi Wadin as the 28th Sultan of Brunei. Apart from that, Pacarana was also used during the Istiadat to bestow Brunei Darussalam state decorations and honorary medals during His Majesty's birthday celebration, state proclamation ceremony, and also for the signing of the Brunei State Written Constitution of the 29th of September 1959. Singapore will have the first of its kind assisted living unit provided by Renci Hospital. The hospital will use this model in its nursing home in Ang Mo Kio. The residential unit will allow the elderly who need short-term care to live with their spouses. This comes as the hospital is set to open a new nursing home in Bukit Batok in the first quarter of next year. Renci Hospital will build a second nursing home in Ang Mo Kio, targeted at elderly patients who need short-term care. It will allow caregivers or spouses to live with them. The unit will be designed to provide a home-like environment with cooking facilities. Each unit can accommodate 20 patients and will be managed by a nurse. It's hoped the new model will decrease the demand for nurses, as the 4-story home is likely to open at the end of 2016. Meanwhile, the hospital's new nursing home in Bukit Batok will also give patients a home-like experience. Units will have a cozy corner and dining facilities where residents are encouraged to move around and have greater autonomy.
In the current one, it's very institutional. We tell you what time you wake up, what time you bathe, and what time you eat. But in a home, you don't do that, see? In a home, you decide on whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it.
The hospital, which turns 20 this year, kicked off its anniversary celebrations with a topping out ceremony at the new Bukit Batok facility. Other facilities include a multi-purpose hall for community engagement and a gym, which will also be open to the public in the evenings. It's the biggest show yet, with around 90 yachts on display to entice both yachting enthusiasts and the super rich as the yachting culture in Singapore picks up. Some of the most prestigious yachts valued at $500 million in total are on display at the Singapore Yacht Show, and it's the largest exhibition so far and set to be even bigger in the coming years.
Here in Singapore, the number of yachts calling at our shores has been growing as well. Last year we welcomed 1,175 yachts, which is an 18% increase from the year before. And I think the trend bodes well for the continued growth of this sector. And beyond the direct tourism receipts to the expenditure, the yachts have also brought with them wider economic benefits to the marinas, as well as to the repair and maintenance facilities.
Indeed, veteran yachts dealers like Simpson Marine are also expanding their presence here with new dealerships to bring in newer models to cater to the growing demand.
People are very price conscious, but they still want all the luxury trimmings. And in Singapore, this is the natural yachting hub for Southeast Asia. You have boat yards here which can take any size of yacht. It's got a yachting culture. And there's a strong awareness of yachting here.
Monte Carlo Yachts is exploring the region for the first time, but manufacturers like Grand Bank Yachts, which has a base in Singapore, has added a manufacturing plant in nearby Malaysia to better service clients.
Back then, the reason for being here was, it was a great place for manufacturing, and we have some competitors who do the same. Now I think it's a good place to be strategically because of what we're seeing with some of the trends in Asia, and we're still able to service our customers well in the United States through our independent dealer network.